Hey everyone, another Longwear foundation tryout today. I've got so many foundations to go through right now. It's crazy. This is the Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. I have it on today and I'm going to check back in several hours and see how it wears with you guys. And I want to talk to you about the new concealer from Urban Decay, the All-Nighter Waterproof. I'll tell you all about that momentarily, but first the foundation. So the color I got in this is called Gobi. I've been trying out a lot of Longwear foundations lately to find just the best one. So far I'm kind of really liking this one for a Longwear foundation. We'll see if it stays on and then I can truly call it a Longwear foundation because it is not going on heavy, it's not going on super matte. It doesn't look dry. It looks very fresh and it does look very radiant. So here's what it looks like. I'm working from a sample. So this is what Gobi looks like. It is a very full coverage foundation. Definitely full coverage on the skin. Let me put it on the back of my hand here, and that's what it looks like. So that one goes on really yellow at first, and then as you shear it out, it becomes a little more in the neutral area. The shades ahead of this were quite pink. I think this is number 3 in the lineup of their shades. The previous shades were really light or really pink. So as I'm shearing it out, it's getting a little less yellow. It's not quite as yellow. You can see there's a dewiness to it as you're putting it on. So it is not super matte and dry. These Longwear foundations lately I've been using have all been very matte and very dry. I don't like that about them. I don't want it to look heavy. I want it to cover, but I don't want it to look heavy. And I don't want it to be dry looking to where it emphasizes my lines. So there it is, completely sheared out on the back of my hand. I will show you exactly how I put this on. I did use a dampened beauty blender and I did prime beforehand with the YSL Touche Éclat Blur Primer. And we're going to put on this liquid makeup from Nars. I'm just going to take it on my finger, dot it in the places I like to have extra coverage, and then work it in. This one's a little yellow on me, but hopefully as I blend it out, it will become a little more neutral and a little more closer to my skin tone. The other colors, it's so hard to get a color match in my life. Let's start dotting. This is looking, oh, it's quite yellow, isn't it? It's looking quite nice as I'm dotting it in. Nars makes so many different formulas of foundation. It's just amazing. So on my eyes today, if you're wondering about that, I really like these colors. I am trying out all of the new Wet n Wild new eyeshadow palettes from Wet n Wild. I'm trying them out individually. I tried out Nude Awakening. This one is called Rosé in the Air. And I'm going to do a video soon with talking about all the different ones and a bunch of other drugstore stuff too. Okay, coverage is really, really good on this. I'm going to dot a little more right around here. But so far so good for the color called Gobi. Okay, so far I like this. It is not looking super matte. Like a lot of the stuff is just a lot of foundations are so matte these days. Longwear foundations especially, super matte. This is not looking like that. It's looking a little dewier. So I'm liking this one so far. I'll check back in a few hours with you guys. I may even go out in the rain and run to the grocery store. It's raining here and I really need to get groceries. But I did like how this applied. It did go on in a Longwear fashion, but it wasn't hard to move around. It didn't stick in one place. A lot of times I'll get these spots that are really hard to get out and they'll just stick in one place and I'll work on it with my sponge and it doesn't want to move because it is a Longwear foundation. This didn't really do that. It moved around quite nicely and it did not look heavy. Okay, I picked up, among other things today, I did buy several NYX products today that I want to show you guys at some point. from Ulta, new NYX. But anyway, I did pick up today, I've been curious about this, the new Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. I love the packaging on this. I do not like the All Nighter foundation from Urban Decay. It is too stiff. It is too hard to move around. It sets up too quickly. But I thought I would give the concealer a try because I want a really nice full coverage concealer that I can dot on, and it says it's waterproof. I figured I could put this on, I could pat it into place, and I wouldn't even really have to powder it to keep it in place. I'm trying not to put as much powder under my eyes because I feel like it just looks dry and wrinkled when I do powder under my eyes. So I was looking for something that would really set up and that I would not have to really powder under my eyes. So I picked this up. The color I got is called Fair Neutral. This is so interesting. I mean, this is completely cut out in here. Completely cut all the way through. I think that is so cool. This is the Fair Neutral. It just splattered all over me. So here's what it looks like on the back of the hand. So what I should have done today is I did put this on in the store to test it out. I wore it for a while walking around, and then I went and picked up the full size and went ahead and bought it. Well, what I should have done is I should have put it on, wore it home, wore it for the day, and not bought the full size because I do not like it. So here it is full coverage. Yes, it is full coverage. It dries down very matte, very flat, very matte. No sheen whatsoever, no moisture whatsoever. I put it on, I put a layer on in the store. I did not powder over it. And I looked in the mirror and it looked just so dry and wrinkled under my eyes. Just dried, puckered, wrinkled, crepey, just terrible. And this is with zero powder, no powder. So back to the good old Shape Tape I go. I have Shape Tape on today. The color is called Light Sand. I love my Shape Tape. I did something different today when I put on my concealer. I used a concealer brush because I have been using a dampened sponge to put my Shape Tape on and to pat it in place. I feel like because the skin under my eyes is so thin that putting pressure on it from that rounded sponge is pushing it and sort of stretching that skin, making it wrinkle more, and then packing concealer into it. So I used an old Bare Minerals brush today. It's an old Max Coverage concealer brush. I used this today to sort of stroke this product on, no pressure. Tried to put very little pressure on as I'm sort of patting and stroking, not pushing, and I think it turned out a lot better. I think I feel less wrinkled under there, less dry looking, less caked on looking under there. So give that a try if you're feeling dry and cakey under your eyes. The Urban Decay waterproof may be great for someone who doesn't have any under eye wrinkles. Maybe for younger girls, because it looks really dry on older skin like mine. A couple of fun things from NYX that I'm going to have to show you guys. They have a new line of these crazy sort of metallic holographic looking cream eyeliners. I picked one up today. I'll have to show that to you soon. And also they have these new finishing powders that are called Holographic Halo. It's supposed to be an all over finishing powder. I think it's going to have to be a highlighter from what I've seen. I tried it on earlier. It's quite radiant. So I'm going to show that to you guys along with more stuff. More foundations keep coming out. Okay, we're back. It's been about 5 hours since I put this Nars foundation on, and it's getting a little greasy. It's breaking up a little bit, losing it right through here, losing it right through here. So about like any other Longwear foundation that I've tried lately. It doesn't really, work out for me. I stick to my not so Longwear foundations. They seem to look better. I did try out the new Nars cream eyeliner, and that's why I have this sort of rose gold peachy line on top of my eyeliner. I don't think I'm gonna like it. It's a little chunky, kind of chunky flaky. It doesn't give a nice smooth line when you draw it on. So anyway, that's it for the Nars foundation. So thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time in my next video.